Do you have a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear? Are you stuck in a style rut? Are you nervous about experimenting? That has a whole different meaning when I said it out loud. Hi, in today's video we are talking all about how to find your personal style. I'm sharing some tips and tricks that I've picked up over the last few years about how I've been finding my personal style so I can help you find yours. There are so many benefits to knowing what your personal style is. It makes it so much easier to mix and match outfits when everything in your wardrobe is really cohesive. It also gives you many more options and lots of opportunities to be creative and really express your personal style. And when you have an understanding of your personal style, you are far less likely to splash out on a big ticket item, or any item to be fair, that doesn't actually go with the rest of your wardrobe. And that saves you from costly mistakes of things that you will never wear. There are loads of reasons why you might not know what your personal style is, so let's go through some of them now. Style usually evolves over time, but sometimes it doesn't, and that's when you get stuck in a style rut. If we put fashion before style, we'll always go after the latest trends without actually considering if the clothing really suits us. Things change, our size, our shape, and that's completely natural and completely normal. When these things do happen, it's a chance for our style to evolve, but we don't always know what we want from that. Other things change too, like lifestyle. Maybe you've swapped country living for town living or vice versa. Maybe your social habits have changed and you're going out more or less. A big life change, a role change, or a career change can really shake up our view of ourselves and lead us to ponder what our style is. Dressing like someone else. It's natural to emulate the people we admire. In fact, the fashion industry depends on it. But if we do it too much, we forget how to dress like ourselves. A restrictive mindset. It's great to understand your style, but slapping a single label on it like boho or quirky or casual can really restrict your mindset. You start thinking, I can't buy that, it doesn't fit with my style. But actually your style evolves over time, and part of the fun is expanding and creating and evolving and developing, and that's all wonderful stuff. So now we understand some of the reasons that make it hard to know what our personal style is, we can look at ways to fix it. Human brain is a really interesting thing, and it has a very specific reaction to change: fear. So often it'll throw up obstacles to try and persuade us out of doing something. This is perfectly natural, and it's part of our brain's reaction to fear to try and protect us. So the two most common obstacles and solutions are as follows. Limited budget. Now this is a really important one because it's so vital that we don't live beyond our means. However, there are loads of ways that you can refresh your wardrobe on a budget. You could find a local clothes swap event. These are really taking off over here and getting very popular. Or you could organise one yourself. You could do it in the local community or just with friends. And literally just for exchanging a bag of clothes you can take home new to you goodies is a great idea. Look on local sites like Facebook Marketplace. People are always putting clothes on there and you can get some real bargains. You can check out second-hand sites like Vinted as well, and with those you can actually set the maximum price that you're willing to spend, so your search results will only ever show you the maximum amount you're willing to spend or cheaper, so that's really good. And of course, check out charity shops. You know I'm all about that, but there's so many gems you can find, and you can get them for a song as well. The other obstacle your brain might throw up as a response to fear is, well, fear itself. What if other people laugh at me? What if other people think I look ridiculous? What if other people don't like what I'm wearing? I understand this, I've had this, but my answer is be kind to yourself and be brave and be proud of being brave. If you try something new and someone says something to you and it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, know that that's on them. You've had the bravery and the courage to try something new, push those comfort zones, step outside the boundaries, all those cliches, but it's true, you've been brave. And that's wonderful, well done you. They haven't realised how much courage you're showing by trying something new. Surround yourself with people that will really build you up and boost your self-esteem. Everyone needs a team. So here are my tried and tested top tricks and tips. Try saying that fast 3 times. First things first, go to your wardrobe and look at all of your clothes and try and pick out common themes. Do you have lots of a particular colour or a particular style? You'll soon start noticing that there are common themes in there. Unless you're like me, because when I was a lot younger, I only bought things in the sale because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. But it meant instead of having a whole shop to choose from, I literally just chose from the sale section. And so I had a whole mishmash of stuff. Now, I've since learned that colour clashing and print clashing and all that good stuff, it can actually work and look really chic, but mine didn't. And it's kind of symptomatic of not really knowing what my style was at the time. So if you've got any themes, brilliant. See if you like them still, and if you do, you've got a start of 10. Consider what's important to you. Is it comfort or practicality or impact? And they're not mutually exclusive. I donated a pair of fabulous bright yellow stilettos years ago when I realised I hadn't got them out of the wardrobe in a long time, because most of my spare time was spent going out for walks in nature, and I just didn't fancy tottering about in very high stilettos. So I donated those as soon as I realised they just weren't part of my lifestyle anymore. Get inspiration. Think about your style icons and think about what they wear. Then consider what of what they wear would work for you. A really key point here is to pick out the elements of what you like about their style rather than just emulate their entire wardrobe. You can incorporate things that you like, but make sure they work for you. Create a mood board of all the things that you love. Now this can be real, so you actually cut things out of magazines and stick them on the old board, or it can be electronic, so apps like Pinterest, which are fabulous. Then, again, have a look through the mood board and pick out any common themes. So you might be drawn to purple, and it might be all over your mood board, and when you go and check in your wardrobe, you've actually got loads of purple already, which is perfect. You might find that you're drawn to slightly edgier clothes now, and that doesn't mean you need to chuck out those floaty dresses in your wardrobe. You might just pair something different with them. So instead of a denim jacket over the top or a shawl, you might want to put a leather jacket, because that can look quite quirky. So a lot of the time, once you've identified your themes, you can then think about different combinations to put together. Styling things up in a different way can make it really fresh, really different, but it actually keeps using the same clothes that you already had without you needing to buy anything. Changing your style does not have to mean changing your wardrobe. It can literally just be creating different combinations with things that you already own. There are some practical considerations, and by this I mean the financial aspect. You can sell any of your clothes that you no longer want on secondhand sites like eBay or Vinted, and the bonus of that is that you recoup a little bit of your money, which you can then put towards new clothes if you are so inclined. Or you can swap clothes. Swap meets are really starting to take off, so you can either find a local one in your area or you can do one yourselves. And that doesn't have to be a big meeting with lots of people from all over the place. You could literally just do it with 2 or 3 of your friends. This is one of my favourites. This is build outfits in your head. Try different combinations with clothes you already own. That's free, and you get to be creative, and who doesn't love that? This is an important one. When you're considering buying a new piece of clothing, think about 3 outfits that you could make with this piece of clothing with clothes already in your wardrobe. If the piece of clothing you're thinking about buying doesn't go with at least 3 outfits of what you already own, it's probably not that cohesive or flexible, so maybe it's not that good a buy. Think about 3 key words that describe your style. So instead of just boho, although there's nothing wrong with boho, instead of just boho, you might go for eclectic boho glam. This is fun, and there are so many combinations that it gives you a whole range of things to try. It also opens up your mindset, so when you're shopping, you don't just hone in on one particular aspect, you think about 3, and you're more likely to be creative with what you buy. I wrote a list for myself, and on my list I had autumnal, chic, eclectic and vintage, tailored, granny, Gucci and neutral. And of those I played about quite a lot, but I came up with 2 that I really liked, and they are autumnal granny chic and vintage Gucci granny. Both of those are pretty cool, and I think they sum me up. And of course there are some things that I wear that don't fit in that aesthetic, but that's fine because you can expand out a little bit. As I keep saying, style evolves. It's all about evolution, so you can keep trying new things and feel great. Using autumnal in my description of my style doesn't mean I'm going to check out any pinks and purples or yellows, because I do still really like them. But I think I'm much more likely to focus when I'm out shopping on the colours that I truly love, which are dark reds, browns, oranges and greens. So it helps me to focus, and I will favour that colour palette in the future. Some things to remember. Style evolves over time, so give it time. Don't rush, let it evolve naturally, and give yourself the grace and time to do that. Think it through, play with different outfits, different styles, find what works for you, and give it time. Always go for style over fashion. Style is classy and timeless, and fashion is all about the next big thing. It's designed to get people yearning and spending, so be careful because you don't want to fall into that trap. And most importantly, Wear what you love. Your opinion is the only opinion that matters with your style. Wear what makes you feel good, wear what makes you feel great, enjoy it, and just love what you wear. Please share your tips and tricks about how you found your style in the comments below. I love reading them and I know it's really helpful to everyone in the community. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and I will see you in the next one. Bye! To try something creative and step outside your comfort zone. Here are my tried and tested top tricks and tips. Here are my tried and tested top tricks and tricks. Here are my tried and tested top trick. No. Yeah, we got your button, the scene, Vin. Keep going.